I just want to spend a few minutes, just a few seconds on the history of Senekal farming. We started farming my father started in 1978 in Pongola. He leased his first farm. He developed his farm from there on. He bought up land, he sold land, and that's how we carried on. From where we went up to Komatipoort, where we invested in some agricultural land there with the TSB group, development next to the sugarcane. And since 1999, we got involved in Mkuzi. Mkuzi is in Northern Natal, the northern province, Northern Natal, the town called Mkuzi. There we've been for the last 16 years. We are developers. We develop as much land as we can. We are water users. We use a lot of water. We have an expansion program with local communities where we expand water up to 80 kilometers from the farm, distributing water to, they say it's almost 300,000 people at the moment. Yeah, the family, the Senekal family is my father, my mother. That's the one we forgot, Dirk, my mother. She's the most important one. And then it's me, my two brothers, and my sister. We're all involved in the farm. We all stay on the farm. We're having daily meetings where we see each other, which is quite special for us. And yeah, like I said, we are water users. We pump water from the Jusini Dam where we irrigate our farm. We like big pumps and big pipes. We invest a lot of infrastructure in water distribution. And then, yeah, our future plans for Mkuzi, for South Africa is expanding the sugarcane that we're busy doing. We are looking at citrus going forward. And then also we're looking at some macadamia nuts in the next 2 to 3 years to develop that in South Africa. We also have a passion for game. My brother does very well on the game farm, and he's quite a special person. That's all he does. He spends time with the animals and building them up, and at the moment feeding them because, like you know, it's a massive drought. But yeah, it's something that we quite enjoy. For us, today's discussion is why look at investment out of Africa. I want to start off by just mentioning a few challenges that we have in South Africa currently as a farmer. Firstly, we have a land reform process that, for us personally, is quite a unique situation, where if you develop land, even if it's your own land, there's a massive process to go through. It took me 2 years to get an environmental impact assessment done on my own farm to develop 700 hectares under sugarcane. It was approved a few months ago. But if you develop something, there's always somebody wanting to tell you, listen, have you done this? Did you do this? And I've employed a company that actually does that for me. Land reform for us as a Senekal family has become a serious issue. It was quite quiet, but like I said, the last few months it's been picking up again, and for us it's quite an issue. Farm security. Farm security 10, 15 years ago was not an issue. For us at the moment, it's a cost per hectare. Your security is costing you. You can actually work it out what it's costing you per ton of sugarcane or per hectare. It's becoming a major thing for us. I don't want to elaborate too much on that. I don't want to complain too much. Government support for local farmers. We have the Makatini flats between us and the sea, where we spent a lot of time helping the guys developing, and even there we don't see any support from government. Between Pongola and Matubatuba, there were about 60 head of livestock. I can't see there being more than 3,000 left because of drought, because of not feeding the animals. And that's where you need a strong government to support you. Those are just some of the challenges. Challenges outside of South Africa, of course there are. There are land issues, there are water issues, there are electricity issues, there are language barriers that we might not all understand. Road infrastructure that goes with electricity. There are challenges. The advantage in South Africa, we know what the challenges are because we are here. Outside of South Africa, it could be difficult. The benefits from farming outside of South Africa is you can expand your business by not leaving what you're doing here, but expanding what you're doing here, getting land at a cheaper rate, at a cheaper price, and be able to develop there. Water security, if you look at a country like Zambia, for me, the nice thing is I was there with Dirk a year and a half ago when we stood on the banks of the Zambezi River. It's, if you haven't seen it, make the trip. It's unbelievable. And for us as irrigation farmers, it's quite something unique. And then the benefits is a company like Agri All Africa, where they are situated 110% to be able for farmers, to be the door for farmers, to be the link between farming here and going into Africa. That's why I want to say thank you to Zambia. We've been there 7, 8 times already. We are looking at investment there very soon. And firstly, for us, all the points I've just mentioned, all the complaints I've had, Zambia's got it all. They've sorted it out. Water security is there. Road infrastructure, if you come there, there's a new bridge being built, there's a new road being tarred. It's amazing what they're doing. The electricity expansion program is quite unique. They're spending a lot of time and money on their water. Hydropower, I know they're looking into solar as well now. And access to top government officials. I'll elaborate on that now with the next slide. And then your land, 99-year lease, or title deed on the land. And therefore, a stable government is a stable country. And that's why we are seriously looking at Zambia. This picture was taken with the previous Minister of Livestock and Fisheries, Minister Dreyer. And I was in Zambia 2 years ago, and I was in the hotel and I thought, let me just see if I can go to his office and just meet some of his people. I had some questions about land and about water, and it's a new country, you want to just speak to somebody in his office. And I went to his office and they told me it's the 2nd or the 3rd floor, and we walked there, and I knocked on the door and there was a guy sitting behind a computer, and he said, can I help you? I said, yes, I'm here to see Minister Dreyer. He said, no, just sit a minute, we'll be with you now. And I sat there and relaxed, and 3 minutes later, he jumped up and he said, right, I can see you now. So that was quite unique for me. That just shows how accessible the ministers are. Like, I mean, the minister was supposed to only arrive at 1 o'clock and he's here already. It's amazing. Dirk, yeah, that's my story. We are seriously looking at Zambia. Obviously, the drought has an influence and an impact on everybody's plans going forward. But yeah, hopefully, with the rain we've had today, is the start of good things. Thank you very much.